We welcome back in 2006 our crime reporter J.D. Foster for another informative crime report that might save you some time and a lot of money. What do you have for us this month, J.D.?
Fights on the playground and behind the barn or the one-room schoolhouse have been going on forever. It's harmless stuff. Boys will be boys. Unfortunately, it's not harmless, and it's become a problem. Violence. It's the act of purposefully hurting someone, and it's a major issue facing today's young adults. Among students nationwide, 33% reported having been in a fight one or more times in the 12 months preceding a 2004 survey. 41% of male students and 25% of female students had been in a fight. You know, that's 1 in every 3 guys. In the Red Oak school system, over 50 of students were caught and criminally charged with fighting in the 2004-2005 school year. To date, we have had 15 fights where charges have been filed for disorderly conduct, fighting with another in a public place, or assault. What's unfortunate is that many of the students caught, few truly understand the consequences of their actions. You thought maybe consequences were just a bloody nose or a black eye? No way. Consequences can be much more severe. In the Red Oak School District, citations can and will be issued to fighting students ages 10 or older. 10? You know, all of you Hawkeye News fans in elementary school, intermediate school, or the junior high. So you think we'll just avoid the whole school thing and take it to Red Oak Park or a field close by? But that will just make it worse, because according to the Texas Penal Code, assault is an offense which causes bodily injury. You know, a black eye, a bloody nose, a bunch of bruises to another on civil property. Assault is a crime that can be considered as insignificant as a Class C misdemeanor, or as important as a second-degree felony. But hey, felonies and misdemeanors don't mean anything. You're just a kid, right? Your record is sealed as a juvenile. Wrong. Students as young as 14 can be tried in court as an adult. If you're found guilty, it's on your permanent record for life. Even juvenile records for those under 14 are with you forever if it is an offense above a Class C misdemeanor. Class C misdemeanors in Red Oak for fighting carry a fine of up to $500, and Judge Kurth has no problem placing the maximum fine in fighting cases. And did you know employers require an honest answer to the job application question, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Most employers don't want to hire a person with a violent background. Finally, if found guilty of a felony, you may be imprisoned for as long as 20 years, until you are 34 to 38 years old and have a fine as much as $10,000. If convicted of a misdemeanor, it can still be on your permanent record for life, a fine as large as $4,000 and jail time for a full year. That's assuming you only punch them. If you break their arm, carry a deadly weapon such as scissors or the letter opener on the teacher's desk, never mind a pocket knife or a switchblade, it will be considered assault with a deadly weapon. And it can still be made worse if you swing at Chief Lindsay while he's breaking up the fight. Then it becomes aggravated assault, which can be considered a first-degree felony versus a second-degree. The difference? A person guilty of a first-degree felony can be put into prison for life. Looking on the good side, you don't have to worry about the employment problem, but you still may have to pay $10,000 in fines. So how do you avoid the fight? The question is how to do it constructively. Here's a few tips. It could be okay to shout in the right location. Loud doesn't really hurt anyone, but obscenities in public are a crime as well. If by yourself, it could bleed off a lot of emotion. However, if you are with another person, it does often escalate to the discussion. Some say it's at this point that things could go wrong, because maybe it isn't even really a fight until it attracts a crowd. The problem with crowd scenes is that no one wants to lose face. It becomes very difficult to walk away without taking a swing. Who wants to be viewed as a wimp or a coward? So have the discussion privately. An audience doesn't help. According to Thomas Jefferson, if angry, count to 10. If very angry, 100. In other words, take some time. Do something else, preferably something that takes the edge off. Basketball, exercise, loud music, talking to a friend. Sometimes venting helps. Try to do things that help you relax, to take your mind off what the other person did to make you feel angry. Remember, 1 or 2 punches isn't worth your future. On the positive side, a constructive discussion with a person, where the talking is fact-based and not mired in emotion, could actually solve the problem. Imagine that, actually solving the problem. In closing, it's normal to feel angry or mad when you've been let down or betrayed. But anger and frustration don't justify violent action. You can stay free from a cycle of violence by learning to talk about your feelings constructively. So here at Hawkeye News, we're encouraging you to be strong, be safe, and be cool. I'm J.D. Foster, Hawkeye News.